welcome back to the Opulent Life. This is Ozzy here once again with another fantastic unboxing for you guys. And today I decided to treat myself to another watch, and yes, it will be a Tissot. This from Jomashop. I will be giving you the details as I take it out from the box. We have this tag, never pay retail, Tissot box. So we have the Tissot box in front of you guys. It says for Tissot, it has its classic logo, the T and the plus. Basically, it resembles flag of Switzerland. I believe that's why they keep it there. They've been in business since 1853, and this is again a Swatch group brand, like the Omega, like the Longines. It belongs to the Swatch group family of watches, and right now it kind of looks like my watch collection is turning into a Swatch group collection. Don't worry guys, I'm not sponsored by Swatch or anything. I'm not on their radar just yet, but I plan on diversifying my watch collection in the future a little bit more. But for now, I really like this brand, so I wanted to give it a shot. They were founded in Switzerland in 1853 in a small town called Lille, and just like Longines was founded in Saint Imier in 1832, so they have a little bit more heritage, a little bit longer in production. Omega was founded in 1848, conversely. So it basically in the same valley of Switzerland. You know, they have all these mega brands that have been existing for quite some time. So a lot of rich heritage and culture and history of watchmaking there. So examining this box, is plain white cardboard. To the side. Inside we have some extra styrofoam paper wrapping. Another layer of trace paper wrapping. Then we have the glossy box. So let's get this out. There we go. This was just the outer shell. I'll put this to the side. Right, now we have the actual watch box. It's black, white, and red. As you can see, very nice lacquered finish. Velvet bottom. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's open it up. So there you go. So I want to explain to you guys, this is the user manual for this watch. All right, so the model that I have purchased, guys, is the Tissot Bridgeport Chronograph. Now, this is a very, very good model by Tissot. It's in its original plastic. Take this out first. All right, wow, look at that, beautiful. Let's examine this watch up close and personal. So this is the Tissot Bridgeport model. I got this one with the brown leather strap with a deployant buckle. We're going to examine that in a little bit. It has the silver dial. If you look up close, it has some guilloche patterning in the center, Roman numerals on the hour markers. It has a fluted bezel, rose gold PVD, and it is a chronograph, so you have the typical 3 registers. The one on the left, which is already functioning, is the seconds register. The one in the middle is the 12-hour marker. So it's not a 12-hour marker as in like the 12-hour marker of the day. It's 12 hours for the chronograph. And on the right side, we have a 30-minute indicator for the chronograph. And this center long second hand is not actually a second hand, it is for the chronograph. So if I press start on this top right button, it starts working. Okay, you press it again, stops. Press the second button, it goes back to the 12-hour position. Then you have the hour and the minute markers, the hour and the minute hands, and they, as you can see, they are leaf, actually not leaf type, they are like an arrow, and they are hollowed from the tips. There's no loom in them. There's no loom in the entire dial. So if you want a loom dress chronograph, this is not the watch for you. But regardless, it's a little bit of patterning on the numerals as well, around the numerals. If you can see, it's a radial kind of patterning, just like you would see something on aluminum almost. And then you have the indices all marked, every single one of them beautifully, and there's some detailing on those as well, on the outer and the inner rims. You can see that outer and inner rims of the indices are detailed, just like for the center guilloche pattern as well. There's some patterning on the outer edges. Same thing for the indices on the registers. You can see in the chronograph registers there is inner and outer patterning on these indices, and this theme is concurrent throughout the watch. Anyway, the bezel itself, rose gold PVD, and it is fixed, not movable. You have rose gold PVD on the crown as well. Looking at the crown from the side, it has a T pattern for the Tissot, and same thing continues on the back side, which is, by the way, a see-through case back. We're going to come to that in a bit. First, I want to discuss the dial. The dial, as we just discussed, actually, let's come to the crystal. The crystal is sapphire crystal, so it's flat, it's not domed. Let's take off the plastic here. Completely flat, if you can see. Yep, you can get a more clearer view of the indices here. You can see that rotor ticking away. It is Swiss made. You have the date complication at the 6 o'clock position. It cuts into the 12-hour marker register for the chronograph. Some people may like that, some people may not. I actually like the date being in the 6 o'clock position rather than 3 o'clock. It's just a little bit more symmetrical for me. And the dial color itself, it may look white on camera, but it's actually silver. So silver with the guilloche pattern. You can see a little bit of patterning in the center here. It has a Tissot and 1853 written at the center right below the 12-hour mark. And the case itself, it's 42 millimeters in diameter, polished silver stainless steel finish. Okay, and on the back you have again the case back. You can see the rotor. It's also rose gold PVD. It says 27 jewels, Swiss made, and that's the ETA 7753 movement inside, ticking away. It's a variant of the ETA 7750, very popular choice for automatic chronographs. This is a 7753 variant. It looks like there is some very good detailing. No, not a lot of hand finishing inside, but you can see definitely very clean, a little bit of patterning on the rotor, and inside some perlage also. Yeah, not too many decorations, I will admit, but at this price point you can't really complain. All right, so like I mentioned, 42 millimeters is the diameter. The case thickness is 13.9 millimeters. Okay. Power reserve on this watch is 44 hours approximately, and it is water resistant to 50 meters. Well, for a chronograph, this is typically, they're not made to withstand a lot of water pressure, so don't expect to take this diving or swimming. It can withstand, maybe rainwater, occasional dip maybe, but it will not withstand you going swimming or snorkeling or, deep diving. It'll damage the watch because let's see the crown. Actually, it might not be screwed down. Let's see. Yeah, it is not a screw down crown, and that is all the more reason not to take this diving. It does have hacking. As you can see, the second hand has stopped, and you can adjust the hours. Another thing to be very careful, guys, whenever you have any watch, any automatic watch, but particularly the 7750 movement, anytime you have this watch, make sure that when you're setting the date, both hands should be in the southern hemisphere, typically 5:30 or 6:30 position, because between 9 a.m. and 3 a.m. the date setting is primed and it is in the process of changing. If you change the date manually using the crown during that time, it'll break the date mechanism. So be very careful, guys. And you don't know if it's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. or 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. So the best thing is to be safe regardless, move both hands to the southern hemisphere of the watch and then change the date. That way you're absolutely sure you're not going to break it. Alright guys, so I was fiddling with the date mechanism, and turns out this ETA 7753 doesn't set the date in a normal fashion like you would expect with the crown. Even though there is a position 1 and position 2, it was not setting the date for any reason. So I found out by actually surfing the internet or user forums on how to set the date. There is a quick set button over here which has a little bit of a recess on the 10 o'clock position. You'll probably have to use something like a pencil, something gentle, something not sharp, to press the button and change the date like this. So you do that, and you see the date changed immediately. So that's how you set the date on this, and you have to make sure that you're in the 6 o'clock position or around this mark, because if you do it in any other position, and especially between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., it'll damage the date mechanism. So be careful of that. It won't allow you to change between 8 and 11 p.m. at all. So, but between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. is the danger time, or even 4 a.m. I would say just be safe. Do it when it's at the 6 o'clock position, and that way you are totally safe. And you can do it either way. So I would go a few. I think it's 21 today. Let's do that. All right. So that's how you change the date. Something new I learned as well. Now you can see that even though it's 42 millimeters, there is a considerable addition of these lugs, and it's 21 millimeters for the strap width, the lug width. Lug to lug is definitely going to be larger, so definitely measure your wrist alongside it. I'll show you a wrist shot later. So we were discussing the case back. We've already gone through the rotor and the markings over here. So let's see what else is written. Sapphire crystal, Tissot 53, has the serial number on the side, reference number, water resistant, 50 meters, 165 feet, and this is all stainless steel as we already discussed. Now let's come to the strap. Looks like very nicely finished alligator, not calfskin, alligator leather, and it is not a mass-produced leather strap. As you can see, it has the Tissot 1853 marking on it. It even has the reference number, serial number embossed in the underside of the strap, which means that they specifically made it for this particular watch model. And so it's a butterfly deploying clasp. I'm going to open it up and show you how it works. There's a bit of plastic over here. You can see the original tags are attached, meaning the watch is authentic, all the serial number and everything. Now the Tissot Bridgeport, this is not the only design it comes in. It comes in a variety of finishes, so you can take your pick. There is a model in the black strap with the black dial and just plain silver stainless steel on the side. So if you're going for a more understated look, you can look at that. I like this one because I really didn't have anything in brown leather with a silver white dial or gold finish. I kind of really like this. It's very dressy and really great for even office wear or formal parties, or even as a dress watch for wearing underneath a suit or underneath a cuff. It looks perfect. Not a casual watch, even though you could probably wear it, but I would rather not. Reserve this for more special occasions. And so like I said, you have the black option. It also comes with the bracelet. Now the bracelet is a Jubilee, I don't want to say exact Jubilee, but a Jubilee style bracelet. It comes in the two-tone bracelet with the two-tone finish. And there's also a silver stainless steel bracelet with a completely white silver finish, no gold bezel on the sides, no rose gold plating. So there's a variety of options there. Now it's hard to find this model because I don't think it's been discontinued, this particular style, but you can still find it on the gray market for variety of different prices. So I browsed multiple gray market sites, and I could not find it. Actually, the only place I could find it was at jomashop and at Amazon. So the Amazon one had kind of sold out, and the lowest price I could find this for was $654 at the time of filming. Now, this watch has a retail price of $2,200. So you can imagine, I mean, that's a big savings. I got it from jomashop for $595. Then I used a $10 coupon, so that reduced the price to $585. Now, compared to Amazon, that's $60 less. And on other sites, other sellers on Amazon are selling it around close to $1,000. Now, I even saw this at the Tissot outlet store, and they were giving me a discounted price of $1,100, which was great for them. Like, it was 50% off the retail, but still, you know, I mean, compared to $585, that was still a lot. So this is a steal deal, guys, and that's why I went for it. I mean, there's a lot of value in this. You see, you have a automatic 7753 chronograph, Swissmade, well-known brand. It looks great, feels fantastic. I mean, where can you go wrong with it? I mean, I personally, right now, I don't have any qualms about this. It might be a little tricky for newer people to understand how to use the date if you're new to the hobby, and this is probably not a great watch to have as your first, because it's a 7753. You have to kind of understand the date mechanism. It's an automatic chronograph. So, I mean, if you're into chronographs, I mean, this is a perfect dress chronograph overall. But there are easier options. I mean, I would recommend, you know, playing with the quartz chronograph first before you get into automatic chronographs, just so you understand how they work and just to get a feel of them. But if you're a more experienced collector like me, you should probably go for it. This is my first 7753. I've heard a lot about it, read a lot about it, but never really experienced it firsthand. But now I am seeing it and I'm totally loving it. There is a little bit of rotor wobble, as everyone mentions, so you will feel this rotor wobbling on your hand a little bit if you're not used to it. There is a hand winding option I may have forgotten to mention. You can see, I don't know if you can hear it too. There's a pretty loud click when you're winding it. And yeah, so when you're wearing this watch, you will sometimes feel the whirring sound of the rotor as it moves along to charge it up, and it can be pretty obvious in the beginning, but I suspect with time you'll get used to it. Instruction manual, it's a very interesting way they've made it, I presume to cut costs, I guess. So this is the warranty conditions if you look through here, and I was thinking, oh, where are the instructions? I couldn't find them. But then you flip this book on the other side and there's the quick start guide, and then in the first few pages you'll find all the instructions where it'll give you all the information about the chronograph. I think I found, see, in the basic settings it says do not set the date between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. So I was saying 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. So just to be safe, guys, you know, between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. don't set the date. But how are you going to tell if it's 8 p.m. or 8 a.m.? There's no AM PM marker, so it's best to just take both hands to 6:30 and then do this quick change date using this button over here. Another look at the box. So I took the watch out obviously and showed it to you guys. Inside it has the Tissot marking, Swiss watch, it says 1853. Nice leather finish on the inside with the watch cushion, pretty tight in there. Okay, and then you can take this out actually. So space in here if you want to keep something. No additional booklets or anything. On the back side you can see there's some kind of recess in here. I don't know what it's for. Maybe it's for a bezel protector they didn't provide. No idea. It does have the Tissot embossing over here, but can't seem to figure out. I'm actually a little bit surprised, guys. Tissot usually provides a bundle of stuff with their watches. There's like a whole booklet. There's like, you know, 10,000 pages of stuff, but I think now they've gone with a minimalist approach. Simple two-sided booklet, the watch. nice box, and that's pretty much it. I think they've gone to a more no-nonsense approach. I think because my mom used to have, she still has a bunch of Tissots, and they all came with these chunky boxes that had like booklets that were spanning pages and pages and pages of information, but to no avail. Obviously, I guess they were like, let's cut costs and no need to provide so much paraphernalia. So I guess they learned their lesson, and I think that's for the better. I mean, yeah. All right, so I think we're pretty much covering everything. I just want to let you know this is a high beat chronograph, not super high beat like a Zenith El Primero riding out like 36,000. This is like 28,800 VPH, kind of standard for this type of chronograph. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but also see the rotor wobble. It goes both ways. It's just superb. I mean, I am a mechanical guy. I love these things. I don't know about you guys, but that totally is amazing. All right, and now let's come to the clasp. Now I have put it in a position just to show you guys how this works. So this is what's called a butterfly clasp. I'll admit I'm not the biggest fan of it. I like direct deploying clasps a little bit more, but with the good comes the bad. There was so much good about this watch that I decided, what, I'll just not worry too much about it. I mean, it is a strap. At the end of the day, I can change it at any time I want, but I went with it. To be honest, I'm a little bit surprised. I actually do like this butterfly clasp more than those standard ones, and I'll show you how it works. So basically, these are the deployers. You release by pressing both of them together, and it opens up, okay? And then this part fixes onto the strap over here. Whichever setting you want, you set it to that. I have set it to one position shy of the tightest one, and that is actually going to be the best fit for me. I just checked the T logo on this butterfly clasp, so it's not your generic butterfly clasp. It's actually a good one. It's fit in very well. The problem with butterfly clasps is that usually when you fit them on to this side over here, they tend to come off or get loose, but this one is fitting really tightly and really snugly, and so there's absolutely no chance it's gonna come off, okay? So, and the second part over here is fixed, and you have these strap holders over here, strap clasps. So this is how you wear it. I'm gonna put this on my left wrist, okay? Put this on, and what you're gonna do is, first, this side, easy. Now the tricky part. Now you're gonna put this clasp over here, but you're gonna make sure that this part passes through these strap holders first, as to not, it goes in through here first, and then you press it in, locks in, and perfect. The wrist shot, I have a 6.5 inch wrist, and it looks perfect on it. Kind of at the edge, the lugs are, if I had a slightly smaller wrist, the lugs would be protruding out, but I think right now it's taking up all the real estate it can on this 6.5 inch wrist. Looks great, but this is like really pushing it, 42 millimeters. I cannot go higher than 42 millimeters with these type of lugs on any watch. Otherwise, there's going to be too much overhang. You can see it looks decent, and yeah, pretty cool. So that was the review of the Tissot Bridgeport. Hope you guys liked it, and please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Look for more content coming your way. If you guys want me to review a specific watch, do mention in the comments below, and I'll see what I can dig up and maybe buy another one for you guys for unboxing, or just visit some dealership and check those out. If you want to take a look at all the other watches I've reviewed, please do subscribe to the channel. Go to the video section and you can view all the ones that I've reviewed so far. And until then, guys, take care. Have a good day.